Hi y'all, welcome back. Do you have any clothes that you just like literally think are on their last leg? They're canceled, you don't want to see them again, you hate them, literally like poison, yuck, 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 just kidding. Um, I have a couple of these items that I just really don't love anymore. I think that I don't reach for them. They sit in the back of my closet, not super obsessed. So this video is kind of like a little tutorial on if you have any clothing like that, some adjustments that you can make to them to see if they're wearable, to fit, see if they fit into your new style. So for this really chunky sweater that I got from American Eagle, I just don't really like how it is. It's a little bit too long, kind of swallows me whole. I'm not super tall, so the long baggy look doesn't look the way maybe it might on somebody else. So I tried tucking it into the front and doing like a little cropped look by tucking it into my bralette. I'm styling these with my go-to jeans. They're these thrifted Everlane 90s cheeky jeans that I got, and also like a thrifted belt because the pants themselves are a little bit too big for me. And as I'm actually going to see with a lot of these clothes, the reason I wear them a little bit less is because of their fit, and I just haven't taken them in. Here I'm tucking it in to kind of give more of like a cinched look. Not that your clothing has to be cinched, it's just kind of like a go-through style that I think a lot of people appreciate, and me offering a little bit more silhouette than usual. So just an idea, if you have anything super baggy, I really love the drop shoulder of this sweater. I've been working on my shoulders really hard, going to solid core each week, and I really think that the drop shoulder kind of makes them look nice. It's something I used to be actually really insecure about, but lo and behold, I think they look fantastic. So this gets a thumbs up from me. It's definitely something I'm keeping. This is just a closer up look. What I really like in the back is whenever I tuck in anything, if you add all those pleats and maybe add like a gather right there, it doesn't make the sides look weird or have it in the front. And it almost gives like a nice little detail that's interesting to look at in the back. And here's my slouch walk away. This sweater, I actually got on like super sale. It was like on the discount rack, and they were having an additional sale at Urban Outfitters. I just don't really reach for it. I love its asymmetry, and it's got a little slit in the side. I think every time I tried to style it with this belt, it just wasn't really giving the look that I wanted. Maybe the belt was just too small. So in this video, I'm going to be kind of playing around with where I place the belt. So I think it's just a little bit too boring to wear without it. I definitely think it could be styled with different types of belts or anything, but I just genuinely have like one. So I tried wearing it off to the side here, which I thought was really cute, especially with the high-low effect, that asymmetry there. I don't think it's as cute on the side where the slit is. I think adding it to side so it's more length, kind of giving a drawn eye. And I like that the center kind of breaks up that vertical just a little bit, adds in a cinching. Again, really cute look. And these are the same jeans that I wore in the initial clip. So just an idea if you have anything really similar. I'm also playing around a lot with color. So what I really like about this is it fits into a nice like autumn palette that I place myself into. You do not have to buy clothes according to that. I do think it's a nice guide to see what looks really great on you. This top is from Divided. I really like it. I actually got it as a part of a costume when I was teaching. I just wanted something to put underneath like a shoulder dress that would still fit into the dress code there. I just wore this on top of the bra that I had been wearing, and I actually really like the looks together. So I thought this is definitely something I could do. And I even like it with these light blue jeans. I have this corset that I don't wear as often that I got from Divided. So I think the pairing itself is really nice. I think it adds something interesting, adding in like a vertical denim kind of line there, so I could maybe even wear it with these light jeans. I probably would wear it with maybe something a little bit darker, though I really love the contrast here. This lace detail is really interesting, so that's something else to think about. Playing with texture, like visual texture, even if you're having something that's two of the same exact colors. And it's just something that really will enhance your look. If it's something that you're interested in, I also had this from an era where I really primarily only wore black clothing, if I can speak. So this, I'm not actually sure what the brand is because I cut out the tag to remove the zipper. So this was actually a dress. So the front that you're seeing right now, that like cardigan effect, was actually where the zipper was. And I took that out, turned it into a cardigan, and then literally never wore it. I'm like, this doesn't match with anything. I think I wore it one time, and it was just kind of really fun to kind of upcycle something in my wardrobe and turn it into something else. But I feel like it wasn't interesting enough. So partnering it with this top and maybe putting the corset over top, I don't know how I like the two together. I think I need to play around with it more, finagle it, but it was super fun. So, that is something to consider as well, which this video is about. Then also a series that I'm hoping to get into, which is upcycling. With prices increasing, when we think also about sustainability and buying new clothes or just getting rid of clothes that you don't wear anymore, they actually don't often get repurchased by someone else. They end up in the thrift stores, and then once the thrift stores have no more use to them, they just end up in landfills, and a lot of times those landfills just end up dumping them in other countries. So and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a different part of the video, but just something to consider. This top I actually got from Target. It's like I like the keyhole in the back. It's a mesh kind of like faux turtleneck, mock turtleneck, lacy. It's got black dots on it. I don't think I would wear it just with the bra. It came with like a little camisole. The camisole was just like really small, because I think I got this in like the junior section, like when I was in high school. But I did want to partner it with another piece that I don't wear as often, which is from White House Black Market. It's a very dark sort of charcoal gray cardigan with these cute buttons on the wrist. I like to pull them down over my hands, and it just makes for a really nice look together. Super obsessed with how this turned out. I wanted to play around with the silhouette, maybe add like a belt on top. I think that would look really nice, but maybe not this one that I thrifted from Goodwill. That's kind of obviously on its last leg. I've used so many different buttonholes on it. It's just, I don't know. But I really, really, really like this cardigan with this top, and it's something I definitely consider wearing. I don't know if I'd want to attach like a button or something in the middle, or just something to kind of clip it. Maybe I'll use a safety pin, but I definitely like this silhouette and this look together. And I know in the video I keep looking down, there's like a little I put my iPad there so I could see the camera to like see if I'm like making sense visually. But yeah, I think I definitely want to keep this. 10 out of 10. All of these fits so far are keeps. And that's what this whole video is about, just seeing what I need to keep and what I need to change. A lot of times too, we think about altering something. I do have alterations experience from my time at a certain bridal retail chain, but I don't often really change my clothes too very much. I just kind of get new stuff, which I'm trying to do a little bit less. This is a staple piece. If you do not have a plain white button down, definitely consider getting it. I just don't wear it a ton. I really like it with, again, just the plain black bra that I was wearing underneath and these jeans again. Honestly, this look in and of itself really would send. I think it's just a little bit too lightweight. And here you're seeing, I try to tie it in the front, but I realized the reason I actually stopped wearing this was because the material wrinkles so easily. It says it's like a cotton polyester blend, but it just does not hold a flatness very well. So I really liked how it looked tied. So I think if I were not in this, context of trying to show you different looks, I would tie it off and wear that as a cute fit. This is that with that peppery cardigan. I really like playing with this sort of texture upon something plain. I think the salt pepper effect that the cardigan gives, as well as like this unfinished hem where it's kind of frayed at the top, and even along the back there's like a line of this like fraying. I think it's really, really cute and just adds something interesting, elevated. I think this does give a little bit too business casual for like any place that I frequent ever. Like maybe if I was going to like an interview, but I'd probably button the buttons all the way. And then I tried the same look again with that same divided cardigan, just something like edgier but punchier. I wore this combination one time for a little birthday get together, and then I just kind of stopped wearing it. I wore it with a black skirt that was really cute, and then I actually ended up getting rid of the skirt because I didn't like it anymore. But I think it looks even better with this blue denim, because I think the denim material of the top really complements the jeans that I'm wearing underneath. So just something to try out. Play with different types of denim, try with layers, textures, patterns, colors. Something that makes you feel better. If you have something baggy, adding something tighter on top of it is kind of cinch it in, play with layering. It's something that, again, will take a piece that you maybe don't wear often and elevate it, keeping it in your closet. This cardigan, the tag says Old Navy. I thrifted this from a Plato's Closet in Tucson, Arizona, back during my art teacher era. So more lore being unlocked here. I can talk about that, like, again, at a different time. I really liked wearing this, but I just don't reach for it anymore. I just think it doesn't really fit the vibe of the place that I live right now. Like, I just can't see myself wearing that here in Seattle. It does give art teacher. And initially I was going to sell this, but I actually think I'm going to put it into my project pile. So what I was mentioning before about like sustainability, I do not want to see the things that I own that I just like, oh, it's not my taste anymore, but I did buy it, end up some, other place and someone's having to like deal with my garbage. I hate that idea. I hate that I learned about it. Not that I hate that I learned about it, but I hate that I know it. It's the same thing for like this corset, for instance. This is a Victoria's Secret corset that I like to wear as a piece accented. So gonna, again, detour just a little bit, like knowing that the clothing I wear will end up someplace where someone has to rummage through it, and it might even be like soiled or ripped or stained to the point that I honestly, they can't even like wear it or style it or appreciate it in the way that I started to and then stopped. It makes me sick. So I am starting a new series where everything that I own currently going forward, if I don't like it, I'm going to try to upcycle it 1 to 2 ways before I decide to get rid of it. I love clothes. There's so many different things I can style with it. And honestly, it gives me like a creative challenge to come up with something new, something interesting, and try that multiple ways before I decide, okay, this is done. There's so many different tutorials on how you can change something from a 1-piece to a 2-piece, a cord, outfit, change it into a bag, use it as like a mop or anything before I just decide to like up and dump it. So not that I throw away my clothes. I tend to try to sell them or donate them first, but knowing that donating it doesn't actually help. I think it's like less than like a fourth or less than a third ends up actually purchased. So that's something I want to contribute to. But back to this look though, I really do like the kind of minty green that ends up right underneath the white top that I have. And I don't know, it just adds like a little bit of like a sexy element to something very basic that I think a lot of people can kind of look into if you're looking for something a little bit punchier. Definitely something to try out. For this next look, I got this dress and I wore it to a friend of mine's backyard wedding back when I lived in Tucson. I don't know. I don't see it being a piece that I like the way that it is anymore. I think it's really nice. I love the skirt. It's nice and flowy, but not over the top. It's really lightweight. I tried styling it with this little jacket that I got from Plato's Closet. It's C/Sono Los Angeles. That's what it said on the tag. I don't know, super adorable, but I just didn't think that I could style it in a way that fit my aesthetic anymore. So since recording this video and like filming everything and kind of just like looking at it in my project bag, I think I want to change the color and like use the pieces to do something else with. So definitely not something I'm thinking I'm going to sell, just something I'm going to do something different. I really like this light blue cardigan. This one I also got from Divided, and I actually just forgot that I really could wear this with things. The context in which I bought it and I wore it, it was something much more like businessy, teacher, and like every time I see a lot of my clothes that I wore as an educator, I'm like, oh, I can't wear this now because I'm not an educator anymore. Like I have such like a freer spirit. And I'm like, I can actually just wear these clothes, like literally any context. And I love this color with my skin tone. I partnered it with this Simple Society white skirt. It's pleated. It's kind of like a lighter denim material, like light in feeling and like weight rather than like just the color, because obviously the color itself is white. I think wearing it with the skirt combo was really cute. It kind of gives like, it gives education, but maybe someone who's attending rather than like doing the teaching. And I don't know, I really like it. I like it together. I like the pleats. It's not super see-through, which I really like about like white denim, is that like sometimes with white skirts you just like see through them entirely, and I don't know, I'm not that edgy. Like I don't think I can really pull off the like see through my undergarments look. This purple sweater is also from Divided. Urban Outfitters and like H&M really just ruled my like closet and my shopping for a hot minute. Literally only when there were sales though, because you know, a teacher to barista, like mixologist budget is just not really carrying as much as it seems. I really like tucking this in. I think the reason I didn't wear this was because it looked really similar to the next sweater that I'm going to be showing you. But again, playing with like silhouettes, a high-low, makes it a little bit more interesting, less frumpy. I've had this sweater, I think, since high school. Or actually, I think I got this in undergrad, but this matching sweater also from Divided. This is actually like a cropped sort of like crew neck, but it's like a mock turtleneck. I think the material, I describe it as like you see a lot in like crew necks. I think I stopped wearing this one because, as you can see, I like lifted up my arms to fix my hair, and like you could see the corset that I was wearing underneath. But I think partnering the two together gives it like a cute little peaksy element, and I like the orange. I like the green and the lavender together. I think that's like a really nice look, and that actually solved the problem because I don't know, I just didn't want to show off some of like the less cute bras that I had, and I just felt stuck only having my hands like up or down by my sides. This skirt, back when I got it, it showed cheek. Like, I mean, consistently you could see my butt cheeks, and I just was not that confident in my butt cheeks to be out and about like that. But since then, since moving to Seattle, I've lost like a ton of inches off of my like butt itself and like my waist and everything, so it actually fits a little bit lower down, and that's just being like super walkable. It wasn't as intentional as like maybe that might sound. But I think partnering it with this cropped like purple, this is me literally checking to make sure that my ass is not showing in this video. This is not the type of content that I produce here. So I tried it with both purple sweaters, and I really do like it. I was worried that it felt a little bit like too young, like maybe too high school. And I still kind of get that vibe, but ultimately, like, I don't think clothing often has like an age. Well, that's not true. I think it maybe does. Like, I don't think I'd be like, well, I don't know, but that was a little bit of a ramble there. I do like this skirt. I think I am going to keep it for a little bit while longer. And I think if I do decide, this is like a little too young, too high school for me, I'm going to turn it into something else. I've been watching a lot of content about people making their own handbags, and I think this would be a really interesting like staple piece for a handbag, or just like another accessory. I'm trying the same skirt with that same C/Sono Los Angeles. I hope I'm saying that right. The skirt itself is from Forever 21 Los Angeles. Like, it specified Los Angeles on the tag. So I think wearing them together, again with that green corset, it gives like a nice little spring look. So lovely piece through and through. I actually really like most of the pieces that I kept so far. And this, I'm just trying it with that white shirt. A lot of my clothing is a little bit too big for me. So I think taking the effort to take everything in and fit it to my body more will actually maybe give the lifespan to more looks that I have, rather than also like that intimidating, like, oh, I have to cut this up, try to find the measurements, try to find a pattern to a look that I would want. I do love doing that. My mother works in alterations and seamstress and fashion. Like, she's my inspiration for everything. This is something I really grew up around, like clothing and like just really expressing yourself as best as possible. Like, all of the content I consumed, Ludacris really wanted to be in the video. All the content that I consumed was about clothing and expression, and I love it. And coming from an art background, I definitely think like I can put more of a hand into it. So it's going to be a really nice challenge for myself. And it's something I want to bring you all along with, to see what I transform. Also, like, I feel like if I can do it, maybe you can too, or maybe give you the confidence to try. Because ultimately, if it's a piece that you don't think you're going to wear again, and you know that there's a 60% chance that it might just end up in some dump, like landfill somewhere, then what's the harm in actually like deciding to cut it up, change it into something that you could wear, and extend that lifespan just a little bit longer, and actually put some effort in, because ultimately the best we can do is try. We might not be perfect at everything. If you're a perfectionist like myself, it might be a little bit irritating. But yeah, I don't know, little spiel there. Going back to the content though, I really like this, Forever 21 dress that I thrifted a couple of years back. I love the shoulders, like puffy little detail. Like, I think like shoulder pads and just interesting shoulder details should come back. I don't know. In the last 2 years, I've learned to like love my shoulders and like to accentuate them. And like find interesting pieces of it. I like that it's a high neck as well. This is just giving really elegant. I kind of wish it was longer. Like maybe it would give like, I know Morticia Adams kind of wore like much more of like a deep cut, like V cut dress, but like, I don't know. I feel like this could give Morticia, and I would like need her waist though. I think I just actually want that. It's not a need, but this is that with that same divided cardigan, just something to add like a little bit different, a different color black to offset the full kind of mass there. I don't think it's something that's needed. I think it also like a really cute belt, like something maybe low waisted, like a belt I wore in my realistic outfits of the week video. It's a gold pendant. I got that from Urban Outfitters for a couple of bucks. I think that would look really cute sitting low here with some gold hoops. I don't know. This was just really fun to like actually go through my wardrobe. But this is how I sorted everything in a pile. So ultimately I am going to wear that skirt more, but the green and the orange you see on the bottom, those are things that I'm hoping to alter and change. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.